Welcome to Game Day with Carmen. Let's preview the Lions versus Swans game down there at the Gabba. What a game this will be. They're both coming from a byes, so they must be cherry ripe pretty fit. Leicester will be back for the Lions, I feel, and Gordon and Milliken, I think they'll play for Sydney as well. This game will be one on who can stop the opposition from playing their game style. Brisbane, short kicks, uncontested possessions. Sydney, the forward handball, quick play on. The midfield, what a battle that's going to be. You're going to have Draper, Neal and Ashcroft against Grundy, Heaney and Warner. That's going to be absolutely mouth-watering. I'm calling it Brisbane. I just feel Brisbane can rotate other people in that midfield mix if they can't get on top. Players such as Cameron, Dunkley, Zach Bailey, Berry, Rayner. Whereas Sydney don't have that sort of luxury of players. What are they going to do? Jordan, Roses for speed? I'm not quite sure who else they can put through that. Brisbane's defence versus Sydney attack. I think that Gardner will get Curnow, Andrews on McDonald, and I think they'll play Fort on McLean. That's how I think that they'll line up. For me, that's going to be a pretty even battle. It's going to depend on how much ball and what kind of delivery they're going to get from the midfield from Sydney into their forward line. That will give them enough opportunity to kick a winning score. Brisbane attack versus Sydney defence. I really like the Brisbane attack. Hit with back just gives them some height and mobility. And then they've got Morris and Gallup up forward. Good luck trying to stop all them three. Milliken's just coming back from injury. They've got Blakely and Mills. Pretty even contest, but it's the smalls that can run rings around the Sydney Swans, like Cameron, Rayner and Zach Bailey. Because if they're not in the middle, they're all going to start up forward. So I think that's where they're going to get the Swans. As long as they get enough ball from their midfield, I think that Brisbane will win and they'll win quite comfortably. So for me, it'll be Brisbane by about 24 points. Then we're going to talk about the Hawks versus the GWS game. The Hawks will simply be too classy for GWS. They have a better team all round. They have better uses of the ball. Their players all over the field that can use the ball. Newcombe, Day and McDonald will be too classy, too tough on the inside for Callaghan, Oliver and Davies. I mean, they're a pretty good midfield. They're probably an A-grade midfield, but they're just, Oliver, Daniels can kick. Callaghan's not a great kick either. That's the difference when you play against McDonald, when you play against Ward in that midfield, Newcombe in that midfield. They all kick, and they kick superbly. And GWS midfield do not kick, and that's the issue. And then you got the smalls of Hawthorn. They'll be just too quick. Watson, Ginnivan and Moore. They'll be too quick for the GWS defence. And Hawthorn's backline in Barras, Battle and Sicily will be too good for Cadman, Hogan and Stringer. Hawthorn will win and they'll win easily 30 points and over. Thank you for listening to the preview.